Welcome back to my channel where we read scary stories and creepy legends. I had known the guy a little because he had worked with my friend at the bar that I used to go. He seemed cool and he was actually very cute. So when I saw him on Tinder, I was very excited. The guy, who we will call Adam, was pretty normal on the surface. After talking to him on Tinder itself, we exchanged numbers. After that, we spoke on the phone for a few days and even exchanged cute selfies. I decided to initiate a date. We went out on a date, and as the night continued, he asked if I would mind if we could just hang out at a local park because we had been at a super busy, loud bar that actually had a band playing. It just felt like we couldn't even talk. I was 20 and somehow naive back then, so I agreed to it. The park was right in the middle of a busy city, so it wasn't exactly dark. We were still inside his car, parked in front of the park. As we were talking, he leans in to kiss me, and I look around, realizing that it has gotten really dark. I'm in heaven because at this point he hasn't given me any reason to think he's a creeper. We had a great night. He was charming, was funny. We had tons in common. Then, after our first kiss, he gets this creepy grin. He looks out the window of the car and then says to me, "I'm taking you in those woods and we're gonna have a really good time." I kind of laughed because I thought he was making a joke, but he looked really serious. That's when I got really, really nervous. I tell him I'd rather just stay in the car. He gets weird and angry, and it was as if I was speaking to two different people. "Why can't we go into the woods? I promise I won't rape or kill you, okay?" By now, he's trying to laugh it off, but I gotten a little too creeped out. I try to play it off like I'm not ready to run away, but inside I so am. I should have been more creeped out by this back then, but like I said, I was a bit more naive. It creeps me out till now as I'm recounting and writing about it. He looks at me again and leans back into his seat and begins to start fake whining. "Oh, come on, let me just take you into the woods. It'll be fun." I'm having none of this and I start getting really mad. I tell him I'm not ready for whatever he's planning and I want to go home. He refused. I was very nervous at this time. I always carried my pepper spray, but this one time that I really do need it, I do not have it. I told him to surprise me. I asked him to clean up a place in the woods and maybe come and get me again with blindfolded or something, so I would get excited about what we're gonna do. He wasn't opposed to the idea, which was creepier for me. As he got down and vanished to the woods in front of me, I took this chance to grab my purse and ran off to the nearest car or person I could see. My initial thought was to just take his car and drive off, but he was smart enough to take his keys with him. I wasn't so sure how long it probably took him to come back or realize that I was not there anymore, but I had already met a female jogger who agreed to book a ride for me. She even waited until I got into the car, which made me feel so much at ease. My suspicions of Adam only got confirmed years after. Like I mentioned, he was too creepy and I just never contacted him. I uninstalled the app and I practically moved to a different country. But yeah, so it was the same close friend that I had who was working with Adam who brought up this awful news to me. Adam apparently had locked up a girl in his house for months until the girl finally escaped. He had gone straight to the cop and now he was a wanted criminal. I thanked my lucky stars that I did not go into the woods with him that night, but sometimes when I look out of my window to the street across from my place, especially on a rainy night like this, I swear I still see him standing outside waiting for me. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked that video, please subscribe, and if you don't, comment below on how I can make it better. Either way, don't forget to subscribe or I'll be sending my scary friends after you.